Have you ever liked an Instagram post and then wondered why did you like it? Or have you ever been in a room filled with people, laughed at a joke that you quite didn't understand just because others were laughing? Let's take this a notch higher. Have you ever pretended to be someone you're not? Maybe in a relationship, maybe at work, maybe online, just because being your true self or speaking your mind could be a bit risky. Now, if the answer to any of the above is a yes, then good. Watch this video till the end because I can assure you that you will take away with you some obvious answers, but some answers that you would never expect. Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Stuty, this is YOLO, and you're watching
The Stuty Show. Pretend say more than they seem.
Alright, so the story that I have for you today comes from India, from 16th century India, when the country was ruled by kings and emperors. And the royal court that we'll visit today is the court of King Krishnadeva Arya from the Vijayanagara Empire. This is from the south of India. The man who is the center of all these stories is a person called Tenali Rama. Now, he was not a warrior, he was not a scholar or a saint, he was a mere poet, however renowned for his wit and a professional troublemaker. There is a reason why Tenali Rama's stories have survived more than 500 years. He did not flatter power, like was the norm with a lot of other storylines. Instead, Tenali Rama exposed human behavior in a twisted but humorous way. And the story that I'm going to tell you today is one of the peak examples of his honest yet uncomfortable joke. So, one day in the court of King Krishnadeva Arya, the king announced, "Get me the most rare thing in my kingdom." Now, as soon as this announcement was made, there was panic in the court. All the ministers knew that this is the moment for them to impress the king. One of the ministers got rare jewels with absolutely stunning colors and rare shine. The king looked at them and he nodded. There was one minister, he got a sword which was so shiny and so beautifully carved, you could not even believe that it could exist. The king looked at it and nodded. One of the ministers got an art. It was so exquisite, he took almost 1 hour to explain it. This time the king did not nod, he just looked at it silently. That is when Tenali Rama walked into the court, empty-handed. When he looked at the king, he bowed and he said, "Your Majesty, I present to you the most rare thing in your kingdom." Now the king got interested. He leaned forward and he asked, "Where is it?" Tenali Rama gestured towards the empty space in the middle of the court and said, "Here, this beautiful horse." There was a collective gasp in the entire court. Nobody could see anything. Before the silence got worse, Tenali Rama added, "Your Majesty, only truly intelligent people can see this horse." Once again, complete silence, pin drop silence in the court. And then suddenly from a corner, one of the minister, he squinted his eyes, nodded slowly and said, "What beautiful grace this horse has." Few moments passed. Another minister from a corner said, "What posture this horse has." Slowly but surely, one by one, most of the ministers started singing praise of this horse in the court. Now the king was amused. He looked around. Everybody seemed so confident. For a moment, even the king started wondering, am I missing something? And that is when Tenali Rama cleared his throat and said, "Your Majesty, there is no horse." Once again, complete silence. Tenali Rama said, "Your Majesty, I did not bring to you a horse today. What I brought to you today is honesty. And that, Your Majesty, is the most rare thing in your kingdom here today." And that is when the story ends. Typical Tenali Rama story. The lesson is clear. Don't pretend, don't lie, don't be someone you are not only to fit in. Hey, not so soon. On the surface, the lesson is clear, but let's dig a little deeper and have some fun. Of course, why not? Let's get started. Alright then. The first question we have to ask is, were the ministers really wrong? They were human. They did exactly what we all do in work, meetings, on social media, in relationships. They chose belonging over truth. Because being the only one who says, I do not see it, can be risky. It can be lonely. Conformity is not always wrong. I get what you are saying. Because if everyone questioned everything all the time, how would systems work? How would societies function? How would teams survive? So basically, agreement is sometimes the glue. Maybe the story is not asking us to then stop conforming. Maybe the story is asking us to notice when and why we conform. So the real question is, are we pretending because we are afraid or because the moment demands harmony? Well, so that's the story for today. Not really about an invisible horse, but instead about those real masks that we are holding. Now, since we are on the topic of masks, there is this one poem that I came across years ago. It's a very short poem, very interesting. Something very close to my heart. It's an anonymous piece. The title is The Mask, and it goes like, always a mask held in the slim hand whitely. Always she had a mask before her face. Truly the wrist holding it lightly fitted the task. Sometimes, however, was there a quiver, fingertip shiver, ever so slightly holding the mask. For years and years I wondered, but dared not ask. And then I blundered, looking behind the mask to find nothing. She had no face. She had become merely a hand holding a mask with grace. So now, in the comment section, do let me know what are the masks that you have been wearing. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Till the time we meet next again, remember to like, share and subscribe. Bye.